November 24th, 1971, the day before Thanksgiving. A man in a black suit, with a thin tie and a briefcase, walks into Portland International Airport. He buys a one-way ticket to Seattle. He gives a name, Dan Cooper. He looked ordinary, polite, calm. He ordered a bourbon and soda after takeoff. Then, he handed a note to a flight attendant. He opened his briefcase just enough to show red cylinders and wires, then made his demand, $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes and a fuel truck waiting in Seattle. The airline complied. Passengers were told it was a mechanical delay. Nobody panicked. Nobody knew they were mid-air in the middle of the only unsolved skyjacking in U.S. history. When the plane landed, Cooper let all 36 passengers go. Only the crew stayed on board. The ransom money and parachutes were delivered. Then Cooper gave new instructions. Fly south, toward Mexico City. Keep it low. Cabin depressurized. Landing gear down. It was clear he was going to jump. Somewhere over the dense forests of Washington, between 8 and 8:13 p.m., the rear staircase of the Boeing 727 was lowered, and D.B. Cooper vanished into a thunderstorm, the night and American legend. The FBI launched what would become the longest and most exhaustive manhunt in aviation history. Hundreds of suspects, thousands of leads, but no body, no parachute, no trace. All they found, 9 years later, was $5,800 in cash buried along the Columbia River. The serial numbers matched Cooper's ransom money. Did he survive the jump or die lost in the wilderness? Theory 1, he didn't survive. The terrain was brutal, the weather freezing and stormy. Jumping at night with no gear, no plan, was suicide, some say, but no remains were ever found. Theory 2, a perfect escape. Others believe he lived. Changed identity, started over. Some suspects were ex-military, paratroopers, even CIA. D.B. Cooper became more than a man. He became a myth, a folk hero. Books, songs, documentaries, and films, all built around the mystery man in a suit who beat the FBI and vanished into thin air. To this day, his identity remains unknown. In 2016, the FBI officially closed the case. Somewhere in the cold night air of 1971, a man jumped from the sky and into history. His story is still falling. No end, no landing. Just legend.